What happens when a legendary British marque decides to build not just a flagship model, but a statement to the world? What if that statement costs over £1.4 million, features a handcrafted aluminum body that takes over 3,000 hours to create, and is limited to just 77 examples worldwide? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the story of the Aston Martin One-77. Perhaps the most ambitious project in Aston Martin's 108-year history. More exclusive than a Bugatti, more powerful than a Ferrari Enzo, and with a price tag that made millionaires think twice. This isn't just another supercar. This is Aston Martin showing the world what happens when they remove all constraints and create the ultimate expression of their brand. A car so special, they built it by hand, one at a time, for 77 of the world's most discerning collectors. Stay with us as we explore the incredible story of the One-77, from conception to legend. Before we dive deeper into this automotive masterpiece, if you're enjoying our showcase of the world's rarest automobiles, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing these incredible automotive stories to life. And don't forget to drop a comment below with your thoughts about the One-77 or to suggest which rare car you'd like to see featured next. Now, let's continue our journey with this extraordinary Aston Martin. The One-77 story begins in 2008, during one of the most challenging periods in Aston Martin's history. The company had recently been sold by Ford to a consortium led by ProDrive chairman David Richards, and the global financial crisis was in full swing. It was hardly the ideal time to launch an ultra-expensive hypercar, but Aston Martin's new leadership had a vision. They wanted to create something that would redefine what an Aston Martin could be. A halo car that would showcase the company's capabilities and establish their position among the elite hypercar manufacturers. The project was shrouded in secrecy from the beginning. Even its name, One-77, was deliberately cryptic, revealing only that it would be one of just 77 examples built at the 2008 Paris Motor Show. Aston Martin unveiled only a partial view of the car under a cloth, showing just enough to generate intense curiosity. Dr. Ulrich Bez, Aston Martin's CEO at the time, described the One-77 as the ultimate expression of Aston Martin. It wasn't just about performance or luxury. It was about pushing boundaries in design, engineering, and craftsmanship. The design team was led by Marek Reichman, who faced the challenge of creating something that was unmistakably an Aston Martin, but unlike anything they had built before. The result was a shape that combined classic Aston Martin proportions with dramatic new elements, a longer hood, a more aggressive stance, and details that hinted at the car's bespoke nature. But what truly set the One-77 apart was its construction method. At its heart was a carbon fiber monocoque chassis, a first for Aston Martin, to which a hand-formed aluminum body was attached. This wasn't just any aluminum bodywork. Each panel was hammered and shaped by hand, using traditional coach-building techniques that dated back to the early days of automobile manufacturing. This combination of cutting-edge materials and time-honored craftsmanship became the defining characteristic of the One-77. It represented the perfect blend of Aston Martin's heritage and its future direction. Development took over 2 years, with the first completed cars delivered to customers in 2011. Each One-77 required approximately 2,700 man-hours to complete, a testament to the incredible attention to detail and craftsmanship that went into every example. Now, let's dive into what makes the One-77 such an extraordinary machine from a technical standpoint. The heart of the One-77 is its engine, a naturally aspirated 7.3-liter V12 developed in collaboration with Cosworth. This isn't just an enlarged version of Aston's standard V12. It's a completely re-engineered power plant that produces 750 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. At the time of its release, this made the One-77 the most powerful naturally aspirated production car in the world. The engine is a masterpiece of engineering, featuring a dry sump lubrication system, variable valve timing, and a magnificent 7,500 RPM redline. Each engine was hand-assembled by a single technician at Cosworth's facility in Northampton, England, taking approximately 100 hours to complete. Perhaps most remarkable is the sound, a spine-tingling symphony that begins with a deep, menacing growl at low RPMs and builds to an operatic wail as the engine approaches its redline. In an era when many manufacturers were moving toward forced induction, the 177's naturally aspirated V12 was a defiant statement. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a 6-speed automated manual transmission mounted in a transaxle configuration, helping to achieve the car's near-perfect weight distribution of 49 to 51 front to rear. The performance figures are suitably impressive: 0 to 60 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in approximately 3.5 seconds, at a top speed of 220 miles per hour or 354 kilometers per hour. But raw speed wasn't the 177's primary goal. This was a grand touring supercar designed to cover continents at high speed while cocooning its occupants in luxury. Speaking of the chassis, the 177 features a full carbon fiber monocoque structure, a first for Aston Martin. This central tub weighs just 180 kilograms or 397 pounds, but provides exceptional rigidity and safety. Attached to this is the hand-formed aluminum bodywork, with each panel requiring between 100 and 200 hours of hand hammering and finishing by skilled craftspeople. The suspension system is equally impressive, a fully adjustable pushrod activated system with inboard dampers, similar to what you might find on a Le Mans prototype. This setup not only improves handling, but also reduces unsprung weight, enhancing ride quality and responsiveness. Inside, the 177 features a cabin that strikes a perfect balance between traditional luxury and modern technology. Each interior was bespoke, with customers able to specify virtually any color combination or material. The dashboard, center console, and door panels were crafted from a combination of carbon fiber, aluminum, and hand-stitched leather. Even the seat frames were made from carbon fiber, upholstered in the finest bridge of Weir leather. The original price, a cool £1.4 million, or approximately $2.3 million in 2011, making it one of the most expensive new cars ever sold at the time. So why were only 77 examples of the 177 ever built? Unlike many limited production supercars, the 177's rarity wasn't primarily about maintaining exclusivity, though that was certainly a factor. The true limitation was the extraordinary level of hand craftsmanship required to build each car. Consider the bodywork alone. Each aluminum panel was hand-formed by a team of expert metalworkers using traditional techniques. This process couldn't be automated or scaled up. It relied on the skill and experience of craftspeople who had spent decades perfecting their art. The entire body required over 3,000 hours of handwork to complete. The carbon fiber monocoque was similarly labor-intensive, with each tub requiring weeks to manufacture and prepare. And then there was the engine. Each 7.3-liter V12 was hand-assembled by a single technician at Cosworth, a process that took approximately 100 hours per engine. In total, each 177 required over 2,700 man-hours to complete, a staggering figure that explains why production was limited to just 77 examples. At this rate, Aston Martin could only produce about 30 cars per year, meaning the entire production run would take more than 2 years to complete. There was also a symbolic significance to the number 77. In many cultures, 7 is considered a lucky number, and by producing 77 cars, Aston Martin was creating something that was not just exclusive, but almost mystical in its rarity. Interestingly, the final production number may actually be 76, not 77. In July 2012, one 177 was destroyed in a high-speed accident in Hong Kong, and it's believed that Aston Martin did not replace this car, meaning only 76 examples remain in existence today. The combination of extraordinary craftsmanship, advanced materials, and limited production capacity made the 177 one of the rarest and most desirable automobiles of the modern era. It wasn't just a hypercar. It was a handcrafted work of art that happened to have wheels and an engine. So what is the Aston Martin 177's position in the modern automotive landscape? As with many limited production hypercars, the 177 has appreciated significantly since its launch. Originally priced at £1.4 million, or approximately $2.3 million in 2011, examples now regularly command prices between $3.5 and $4.5 million when they rarely come to market. Part of this value increase stems from the car's extreme rarity. With only 77 or possibly 76 examples in existence, they appear for sale very infrequently. Many are held in private collections and seldom seen in public. But the 177's value isn't just about scarcity, it's about what the car represents. It marks a pivotal moment in Aston Martin's history, the point where the company definitively established itself as a creator of world-class hypercars, not just grand tourers. It demonstrated that Aston Martin could compete with the likes of Bugatti, Pagani, and Koenigsegg at the very highest level of automotive excellence. The 177's legacy can be seen in subsequent Aston Martin special editions like the Vulcan, Valkyrie, and Victor. Without the 177's success in pushing the boundaries of what an Aston Martin could be, these later projects might never have been greenlit. The car also represents one of the last great naturally aspirated hypercars, in an era increasingly dominated by turbocharged and hybrid powertrains. The 177's magnificent 7.3-liter V12 stands as a high watermark for naturally aspirated engine design. Perhaps most importantly, the 177 helped secure Aston Martin's future during a particularly turbulent period. By demonstrating the company's capabilities at the highest level and generating significant publicity, it reinforced Aston Martin's position as one of the world's premier luxury sports car manufacturers. Today, the 177 is regarded as one of the most significant Aston Martins ever built, a car that pushed the boundaries of design, engineering, and craftsmanship to create something truly extraordinary. It's not just a hypercar, it's a rolling sculpture, a masterpiece of automotive art that happens to be capable of 220 miles per hour. The Aston Martin 177 represents something increasingly rare in today's automotive landscape, a car built without compromise, where cost and production efficiency were secondary to creating something genuinely exceptional. In an industry increasingly dominated by platform sharing, parts bin engineering, and production efficiency, the 177 stands as a defiant statement of what's possible when skilled human hands are allowed to create without constraints. Each of the 77 examples is not just a car, but a work of art, a unique combination of advanced engineering and traditional craftsmanship that could never be replicated exactly. From its hand-formed aluminum bodywork to its bespoke interior and magnificent Cosworth-built V12, every aspect of the 177 was designed to exceed expectations. It's also a reminder of the power of automotive ambition. The 177 was conceived during one of the most challenging periods in Aston Martin's history. Yet, rather than playing it safe, the company chose to create something extraordinary, a car that would redefine what an Aston Martin could be. If you're ever fortunate enough to see a 177 in person, take a moment to appreciate what you're looking at. Not just a rare supercar, but a masterpiece of design, engineering, and craftsmanship, and one of the most significant Aston Martins ever created. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this look at the Aston Martin 177, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content about the world's rarest and most fascinating automobiles. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think about this British masterpiece. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.